Hello everyone, welcome back to Sherry's Kitchen. It's been a while since I did my last YouTube, and I'll tell you what happened. It got really warm here in the Chicago suburbs, and I have been outdoors having a great time playing pickleball and walking and just enjoying nature this last week or so. But today is a rainy day, so I'm back in the kitchen and I'm ready to show you what we're going to be having for dinner tonight. What's one of the most comforting foods you can think of? I know, onion rings. That's one of the things I wanted to perfect when I became plant-based. No more egg batter for me. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to make some onion rings in my newly acquired air fryer. It's a Ninja air fryer. It's this big old machine here. And it's really simple and it's absolutely delicious. So let me go ahead and I'll get started to tell you how I'm going to put this together. But before we do that, actually, I want to show you how to put together some carrot dogs that are made in my Instant Pot. So if my dear Dale can come around the corner for a minute, come back over here to my Instant Pot, I will show you how we're going to do this. So these will be cooking for 3 minutes while I work on the onion rings. All you have to do is take carrots, peel them, and put them in about the size of a hot dog. So I made mine about this big, and I have 6 of them. So I'm going to put them into my Instant Pot. They go into the bowl here, and this is what we're going to add in. We're going to add 1 cup of soy sauce. Now instead of soy sauce, I used coconut aminos, which has a very similar flavor, but is much lower in sodium. So I'm going to pour that into the Instant Pot. Then I'm going to put in my apple cider vinegar, and I have, let's see, a ½ cup of that goes into the pot. Then we're going to take some water, and I will post these recipes under the comment section so you don't have to take any notes. We have a teaspoon of garlic powder that goes in, and then 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke. Looks like this. And that's it. And what we do is we'll take a whole wheat hot dog bun. We'll put them on there. You can add mustard and ketchup and relish and onions, whatever you would do if you were eating a real hot dog. So it really does taste like one. I was a little leery when I started to eat these, but I am definitely sold and they are really good. So I'm going to just put this on for 3 minutes on manual. That's it. Now we can walk away from them and we'll come back to our onion rings. Okay? All right. So I'll let Dale get back across from me so you can watch what I'm doing. So all I'm going to do is I took 1 onion and I sliced it about this thin. You might be noticing this big Band-Aid on my 4th finger. Yesterday I had a little incident with my knife. This knife, which used to be my best friend, I'll show you. No, not that one. This one here, I do a lot of slicing with this guy, and I had just sharpened it, lucky me. And I had put it in the sink, and lo and behold, as I'm doing the dishes, it had filled up with water. I reached my hand down and sliced my finger pretty good, but I will recover. So that's why I'm wearing this triple Band-Aid today. All right, so to make these onion rings, I'm going to make first this liquidy substance here. This is flour, vegetable broth, and a little bit of cornstarch. And again, don't worry about the actual numbers for the ingredients. I'll post those on the YouTube page. I'm going to dip it into this flour batter, and then I take my fork and I just sort of drip off the excess, and then I'm going to put it into this bowl, which contains cornmeal, whole wheat breadcrumbs, nutritional yeast, kosher salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and basil and oregano. And this recipe comes from Oh She Glows cookbook, Angela Liddon. But I think I took out the oil. I think she had some oil. And all you do then is sort of shake it up in this bowl. Shake, shake, shake. I can do this. And then I'm going to just simply do that. See how nicely it sticks? Now I'll put it on here until we get 6 of them ready to go, and then I'll show you how to air fry them. So I'll go ahead and I'll keep doing this. And while I'm making the onion rings, I just want to tell you a little bit about children and eating plant-based. So as some of you might know, I have 3 grandchildren. My granddaughter in California is the youngest. Her name is Zoe, and she's going to be 1 year old May 11th. And we are so happy that we are now vaccinated, and Dale and I will be out there in California for her birthday. But I want you to know about how her mom is raising her. My daughter Allison is teaching Zoe how to eat a lot of plants. So her diet is basically a plant-based diet for the most part, as far as I know. And Zoe loves it. The child cries if she doesn't get her broccoli every evening. She knows to ask for it. She does this, that means more. And my daughter knows she wants it, so she gets it. She loves tofu, she loves rice and sweet potatoes. And you know what she has for breakfast every day? She has her mom's steel-cut oats with flax seeds and turmeric and blueberry, and the child loves it. She eats it every morning. That's her regular breakfast. So when I go out there, I can't wait to do a video with my granddaughter to show you that whatever a parent decides to feed their child at a young age is what the child learns to like. And it's a wonderful thing that you're doing for a child to teach them to eat this way, because it sets them up for really good health as they become older. So I think you're going to enjoy meeting my little Zoe. She's just a precious little sweet little girl, and she loves to eat. So we're going to feed her, right? We're going to feed her a lot of good stuff. Got a lot of good ideas for things to give her to try. Okay, so I've got 6 of these ready to go now. So I preheated my Ninja air fryer. You can see what it looks like. All you have to do is, I took this basket and I preheated it. I'm going to put it over here. Now put it on something on your counter because it will be hot. And in this basket, I'm just going to lay these 6 onion rings. So you have to do them in batches. You don't want them to overlap. So I think I can get my 6 in here. Yes. Let me show you. That's what it looks like. And all you do is put it into the machine here. Close it up. And then you see this little button. It says air fry. I'm going to hit air fry and then the time. I'm going to give them 8 minutes, but I'm going to show you what we do. Okay, and then we'll hit start. So after a couple of minutes, I'm going to open up the basket. I'm going to shake them so that they can move around a little, and then we'll give them a few more minutes. It takes such a little bit amount of time to get these onion rings, and oh my gosh, they're fantastic. So we'll let that rest for a minute. So anyway, let's just talk a little bit more about children and plant-based eating. So, when you start a child out in life eating this way, you help them to avoid so many of the problems that we experience as adults. And what we have found is that children who eat the standard American diet have been getting things like type 2 diabetes at younger and younger ages. Can you believe that? That a child would have to suffer with that illness at a young age, but that happens. So when you feed them plants, they can avoid getting those illnesses and future illnesses like heart disease, because we know that plaque starts to build up in our coronary arteries at a very young age. There was a study done during World War II where soldiers who had died, autopsies were shown, and these were 20-year-old young men who already had significant plaque buildup in their arteries at the age of 20. So you can only imagine why it can only get progressively worse as we get older, and why heart disease still remains the #1 killer of Americans. It's because of what we eat. So by feeding children foods that do not promote plaque, do not add a lot of oil and animal products into their bodies, you're setting themselves up for really good health, setting them up. Okay, let me take a quick peek. Start to shake. I can see they're starting to crisp, but we're going to give them more time. Okay, let's see what we're doing over here. The carrot dogs are just heating up. They only take 3 minutes to make. This is another great thing to give to children. Another thing you can put in here are French fries. You can cut up a white potato or a sweet potato, just dry them off, pop them in the air fryer, and voila. If they're very thin, in about 5 to 7 minutes, you've got French fries. So easy to do. So anyway, let me talk to Dale, our photographer, for a minute. So what are you looking forward to out in California when we go out there?
Well, most of all, I'm looking forward to seeing our new granddaughter. We FaceTime with her just about every day, but it's not quite the same thing. So we're really looking forward to that. And of course, my daughter and son-in-law. And also just spending some time in beautiful California in the Bay Area.
Yeah, my daughter lives in a house that's by, I think it's called Williams Bay. Williams Bay. It's across from San Francisco in Marin County, and they were so fortunate to find this cute little house that is literally right by the bay. So in their backyard, you just walk up the steps, and there's this huge bike path and walking path that takes you into the town of Tiburon where they live. And then the bay is right there, and there's a playground, so they don't even have to get a playground for our little granddaughter. They just take her back there and put her in the swing, and it's wonderful. So we can't wait to just be out there and sit by the water, enjoy nature, and be with our family again. Right, Dale?
That's right.
It's going to be wonderful. Okay, I'm going to give this a few more seconds, and we'll check this again. I made these onion rings so very, very thin, as you can see, which means they're going to cook even faster. So I would recommend that you do that. And the main thing about cooking onion rings in your air fryer is you have to have this good base, this real sticky base of flour and the vegetable broth and the cornstarch, so that this flour mixture will stick to it, this cornmeal mixture will stick to it. So let's take a look. Wow, I think those are just about done. And I'm going to put them in there, and I'm going to grab a plate to put them on. I'm going to use my little heart plates because I love them so much. Okay, let's take them out and show you what they look like. Oh my gosh, they're so crispy. Now let's get another batch going here while we have time. I'll put this back in. But before we do that, of course, I need to taste it. I need to see if they're just right. Oh my gosh. Would you like some, Dale?
I'm good.
Okay, they're delicious. Can you see the onion ring is all crisped up? It tastes just like an onion ring you would get that was all fried in oil. But it's good for you. All right, I'm gonna make a few more. Yum. And you know what's cool about these two? Because we make a lot of them. You can't eat them all in one sitting. Put them in the fridge the next day, throw them back in the air fryer for about a minute or two, and voila, they're crisped up like just new again. Okay. So now I think the carrot dogs are just about done. So I'll give that a second, and then we're going to go over there and release the pressure, and I'm going to show you what the carrot dog looks like. And I might have to taste that too, I guess, right?
That's right.
Okay. Get a little shaking done when you do it this way. And really, I don't mind that it takes a little bit of time to bread these, because it's worth it. Anything that tastes this good, you have to do a little work for, right? Now, do you like carrot dogs, Dale?
Oh yeah.
They're good. What do you like to put on yours?
Mustard.
Just mustard?
And a little relish.
Okay. Now, in Chicago, we're not from Chicago, but ketchup is a no-no, isn't it? You
That's
don't
right.
put ketchup on a hot dog here. That's like sacrilegious, so I guess I'll have to give up the ketchup. Okay. See how quickly? Now, if you have leftover of this cornmeal concoction here with the breadcrumbs, you can save it. Just put it through a sifter, so get out the wet parts, and stick it in the fridge, and then you can use it again when you need it. Because it does make a little bit more than you need. But see, you can really get these pretty quickly rather. Okay, we'll do one more, and then we're going to go over and see what those carrot dogs look like. It's not even that messy to make them. Yeah, my daughter made some, and I don't think her breading was sticking, and so it flew all over the air fryer. It did not stick, so I told her to watch this video later so she can learn how to do it in a way that it'll stick. They won't be flying all over the place. All right, I'm going to turn this off for a minute, and let me go over here. I'm going to get out my carrot dogs. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. I have to release the pressure. I'm gonna move this away a little bit. Turn it off. I don't like it going into my cupboard, so I'm gonna turn it. That's better. I'm just gonna wait till it all releases. Never touch this thing, it's very hot. Keep your hand away. Just use like a fork, like I'm doing, to turn it. Still pressurizing. Okay, it's coming down. Almost there. Okay, I hear it slowing down. Still coming out. Yep, a little bit more. See, it won't open up this. This will not open until the pressure is down, which is a safety feature. Oh my goodness. Okay. Put this over here. Let me see how they are. Oh, they're just perfect. Whoops, I dropped it. Okay, this is a skinny little one. Now, this broth that I put in, save it in the freezer because it's really just a coating. So you can use it again. Now, I want to show you how soft that is. Let me taste it. Tastes like a hot dog, I'm telling you. It's crazy. So that'll be dinner tonight on a good bun. So anyway, have a wonderful day. Try some onion rings and some carrot dogs. And keep feeding your children and your grandchildren these fabulous plants. See you soon. Bye-bye.